beautiful road right here. About to show you guys. I think I'm just gonna go through the list one time first, and then I'll see if I could just find pieces to could show you as an example. So I left off with the cam busters, with the three copper wire cam busters, the wireframes. There's 3 stones to glue. You can glue 3 stones to your copper pyramids, the corners, just like that, and place them to the ground. Also, different ways to do this. You can think of your own way. Like, just take my examples and run with it. Like how I said, how you can take them and wrap them and twist them on the bottom. Just do it. Just do something with it. Just do something with it. Also, remember the Faraday cage. All your Orgonite Faraday cage and nest it. Nest everything. Faraday cage, nest it, nest it, nest it. More metals, the better. If you don't know what the Faraday cage and nesting is, I suggest you look it up and really. You can take a course on it on MIT for free on YouTube. That's what I did, and I didn't understand shit about electromagnetics and that thing. I had to like take that course like 5 times literally, and it's like a 2 hour, 4 hour course, a 2 hour course or something. I forget, but I had to watch it numerous times so I understood anything about it. Finally understood something. Now I understand a lot. So just do it. You know, it's for the best benefit. Look up Faraday cages. Nest all your Orgonite Faraday cages. Nest it, nest it, nest it, nest it. Earth it, ground it, nest it. So basically, this is the most powerful and easiest way to make Orgonite with no resins I've discovered. So I've showed you with the copper pyramid and the other one, the 2 magnetic north with the copper. I already showed you guys the chembusters. That's the best, most powerful way I've discovered so far. Because it just takes 2 items, a stone and copper wires. That's it. Moving on. So then the creating molds thing I showed you guys, you do that with the pyramid shape. You can do it with any shape. You could do martini. I've seen people use martini glasses. You could use, and then don't even take it out the glass. Keep it in the glass. The glass is silica, so instead of taking the mold out the glass, just keep them in the glass. Just break the tops off or leave the tops. Point the point, and then wrap that with copper. The whole thing, a Faraday cage it. Oh my god, that would be so genius. Just take a martini glass, fill up an Orgonite. Oh my god, this is so smart. Just cut that round base, or just leave that on top and put another pyramid on top of there. Just put a copper penny right there. Oh my god, it's so simple. You could do so much. Anyways, I've seen people use all kinds of stuff. Muffin pans. That's how I made a lot of these. You know, a lot of these shapes and stuff like that for pendants and stuff like that. I mean, these ones for pendants, you know, stuff like that. Gonna be, there's all kinds of stuff you can do. And then, contact cement is great for making instant Orgonite. It's permanent, it's flexible, finished, it's good for skillerways. I already said that in the other video. Good idea is we should get kids into making Orgonite for fun, eventually uniting a global Orgonite community. If we were to take back charge of this, take back charge of who's in control of the world physically by using Orgon on a massive scale, will rid their superior high-tech warfare useless. I'm sure this is why Nikola Tesla, godfather of scalar energy, Wilhelm Reich, and amongst many other greats, have all somehow vanished or died. 2 or 4. How to make Orgonite without no resin. Poor man's Orgonite. Put crystal on some pennies. That's it. Just get pennies, put them out flat somewhere, get a crystal and put it on top. You can even glue them all together so they stay together. Take sand and pennies, and you can add different metals and different into it, or on it or out or whatever. That's what I was saying right here. Look, I got these. I basically just took glue, put it in a pot, like put it in a pile right here, and like, is it like one of those non-stick canvas paper, like art, fucking canvas wax paper type thing, and basically just put glue right there, threw some Orgonite in there, just threw it in there, mixed it up in my hand, flattened it, then threw some like coins on it at the end. Like coins. Can't really see, this camera really sucks, but the coins. Can't see shit on this camera, dude. I fucking hate this. Coins. It's a penny and a dime, I think. Penny and a dime. And this one I try to put the dime on the outside. Then I have these ones I try to put the penny on the outside and the dime on the inside just to see is it better or not. And then see, I mean, you can make whole pieces like this. Like you can make a whole amulet. That'd be dope. Like just all pennies on the outside. There's pennies on one side, pennies on the other side, and Orgonite in the middle. You know what I mean? Just flatten them together. Just flatten it together. You know what I mean? Hold it held together with silicone. That's it. That's all you gotta do. Sand, pennies. That's it. Okay, moving on. Magnet strips to make basic magnetic pyramid. Then you can make them Orgonite filled or magnetic pyramid, Orgonite filled pyramid. There's different ways I've been making them. There's another video I showed you where I layer them different, or I make them like this, versus just straight plain like this. See the difference? See? This is basic, like the basic type right here. And then this is my like invention I did. The bottom, the edges stick out a little bit. See how the edges stick out a little bit? Oh no, this camera really sucks, but anyways, I won't waste too much time. So, different ways on how to make these pyramids and different things, different ways to do it. Like, you'll figure it out as you go. Just start making them now. And start doing it. It's simple. You can make tiny stuff like this and it'll help you more than what's not helping you, you know? Okay, so you can put a crystal inside, metal inside, fill them up, and then do them like I did, and just layer it. Faraday cage them, coil wrap it, nest it in metals. That's all you gotta do, and then make super little tiny magnetic pyramids that you can take with you and wear with you. You can, super easy. You can put in your refrigerator, put them next to food, whatever. You could garden, all kinds of stuff. Anyways, copper coils, flat Orgonite. I already showed you guys some of the flat Orgonite, some like this, some like this, some like this. These are just different ideas I've been doing. Like this, right? Just start coating them, just layer them, two different things. Those are fish scale crystals, and I just coated it in Orgonite dust on the outside, layer it in foil, coated in dust, layer in foil, coated in dust, layer in foil, coated in dust, layer in foil, many times until I felt done. And then, see, I also use this kind of glue. Works really good for jewelry and stuff. So make waterproof, weatherproof, your own adhesives. I'm using weatherproof and waterproof industrial strength adhesives, or using silicone. It's an organic alternative to resin. And then people say, oh, well, resins are more organic. All you gotta do is add essential oils to your silicone or your industrial strength glues. Add essential oils to it, and then it makes them even more organic than these supposed organic resins. And I'll make them. make them more conductive with the whole piece itself, rather than just using glue. So my pieces, I haven't done that too, and they still work great. So it doesn't matter. But if you want to, you could do that. I do try to add essential oils to my pyramids and stuff like that, but I don't always do it to the jewelry, but I should. Okay, so making hedicas, tensor rings, tensor coils, SPV, Mobius coils, pancake coil, disc coils, triangles, all of those coils were copper, and they harmoniously have balance and work as orgonite just like that. So you didn't even need no resins or anything. You just make coil shapes. Tensor rings were great. And tensor rings with a crystal in the middle. That was my idea, But you can just make a tensor ring and just wear it, or just whatever different things, dude. It's like so easy. Coil, just wear copper, wear magnets. You'll be good. This is the bracelet I made, you know what I mean? It's like a bracelet I made. So you just wear it like this. So it's like more like a female design type thing. The Egyptian female kind of like new age kind of look, kind of dope. I'm working on some new stuff. So anyways, but that's just another way. That's orgonite right there. That's just simple stuff. Anyways, now you can make 3D coils like I was trying to show you. You make 2D coils like those ones I just showed you. Or you can make 3D coils like these. Where they hold stuff inside. Okay, or coil wrap stone jewelry. You can just get a coil and wrap it with you could just wrap a stone with copper coils. That's orgonite. Boom, no resin needed. You just simply wrap it like this, just simple wraps. This was a battery, 2 crystals on the edge, and then okay, if you get a battery and wrap it in foil, it starts to get hot. People use this in Alaska and like cold places as like hand warmers. So if you wrap it in a battery in foil and wrap it like this, it becomes a generator. You know what I mean? If you squeeze the crystals, then amplifies the energy. So gemstones coated with orgonite. So you can make orgonite paint. Make orgonite paint or orgonite glue. Just throw orgonite into your paint, orgonite to your glue, and just mix it up. Just don't put too much where it dries up. Add essential oils, water, magnetic water, or ormus to it, and mix it up, or spring water, magnetic water, or something. Mix it up. Make your own magnetic paint or your orgonite paint. And then you can just paint crystals. Just paint them. Then wrap them in copper. They're super conductive. And then nest it, Faraday cage it, and then coat them. That's all you gotta do. Orgonite paint's the magnificent thing. Like, you could just do so much that you could turn this cup into orgonite. Just, you know what I mean? A foil on the inside, and then like orgonite on the outside, and then boom, that's it. Okay, so then wrap the copper. Okay, so you can get gemstones, wrap them with copper just like that, or you can get gemstones, paint them in orgonite, or just coat them in orgonite. Just get glue and coat them in orgonite. Or wrap them in foil and then coat the foil, and then coat if you don't want to actually like damage or glue or paint the crystal. You could just do them like that. Like, you could just get the foil, wrap it, and then make your layers on top of that. Okay, so orgonite paint, perfect alternative medium. Paint anything, it becomes orgonite. Paint gemstones, crystals to make them super orgonite. Faraday cage, coat with metal nano dust and nest it by wrapping it in foil. triple nest it by wrapping it in copper coils or copper or other superconductive metals, gold, platinum, whatever you got. Titanium works the best. Filled up. You can fill up tea light candles, and those little tea light candles, and make size, perfect little size Orgonite like this. You know, I'll put a penny on one side. It made it a little better. Just fill them up like that. You know, boom. I put a magnetic pyramid inside here with a copper coil. Just go like this in a circle, like basically like this. Basically just a copper coil like this. Something more like that. Something just more like that inside it. And inside here, squeeze it down. It's basically like a spring. Basically put like copper coil in there like this. Just spring it down like this, like a spring. Just spring it down, like squeeze it together. I can't do it with one hand right now, but squeeze it. You know what I mean? That's like this. Squeeze it together like that, and then that's how I made this. So there's a spring in there, like a spring, like a copper coil. I made this like a spring, and then just put the top on and glued it and squeezed it together, and then got it like this. And eventually just wrapped it with foil, and then painted with Orgonite. Wrapped it, painted, wrapped it. Like trying to be simple. Okay, so triple nest by wrapping it. If you put anything into the ground or in the earth, at a certain distance, if you just cover it in the ground or dirt, it's automatically nested, or for a decade, I mean. So you can like grab them in different metals, nest it, and add it to the ground and super nest it. Perfect. Let's see. Filled up tea light candles or holders and lids. You can make these lids into perfect giant hockey puck Orgonites or whatever. You do all kinds of stuff. Just pour silicone and into a pile of Orgonite mix and just mold it by hand, flatten it. You don't even need no molds or no nothing. You just pour glue in a pile with Orgonite and just flatten it by hand, and just have pieces that are like this. Have pieces that are like this. Just like flat pieces like this. Just flat pieces. That's how you make these. Just flat pieces are good for like cups and like coasters. That's all you gotta do. Like flat pieces. Flat ones. And I'll just keep pressing it. It's gonna get dirty, but hey. Okay, so that's that. And now I can't find the other thing. Fucking crap. Alright, you can get Orgonite. You can paint. You get full sheets and just paint them with Orgonite. And get full sheets, cover it, paint it. Full sheets, paint it, then get a stack like that of some strong ass Orgonite. You can use that for the bases or pyramids, or you can just use that as Orgonite too. Just different ways to do it, and they all work. Just depends on what you have. So I'm just telling this for different people. Some people may have foil, some people may not have foil, some people may have copper, maybe people might have wire, some people might. Just putting this out there for people who need Orgonite, want to try it, who don't want to spend their money on this fancy shitty ass pyramids that are nothing but lies anyways, come up with bullshit intentions. So I think basically Orgonite can be used to make solar panels. Copper made Orgonite can be used as because copper can be made as you can make copper into a solar panel, but burn one side, and then one side will be carbon and one side will be copper. So that'll be your negative and positive, and you can make them with salt water into lunar panels and solar panels. So solar panels by day, it's lunar panels at night with salt water, and you can always have energy all the time. Like just putting one like giant copper made solar panel and putting all your Orgonite into creating your Orgonite into it, especially Orgonite made with metals and coppers. And that's it. Remember, the sun is so gold is solar magnetic and silver is lunar magnetic, and the electric is a feminine aspect, and the let's see, the four elements are necessary in making out Orgonite: oxygen, hydrogen, nitrogen, carbon. So air, water, fire, earth. Or for orgon, because it has to be, scalar devices have to be connected to a living organism to become Orgonite or orgon, as opposed to Wilhelm Reich's writings. So basically, this by itself, just like this, is just a scalar device. As soon as I touch it, as soon as it comes into contact with the plant, or it's, integrated with some living organism somehow, then it becomes orgon device. So that's why I say plant them with plants, put them with life, put them with living things, or just put them in the dirt. I mean, you can. That's, I have to sometimes. So. Okay, so let's see. Make a Orgonite pillow or Orgonite blanket using steel wool and different layers and things. Use the pendulum to find out what to do. I'm about to do this next. I want to do that next. So basically, all these devices and all these things I'm showing you are good. Orgon accumulators and orgon generators and scalar devices and tutorial devices, hyperbolic vortex devices, whatever you want to call them, 0-point energy devices. They have different names. So whatever you want to agree to call it, whatever it is to you in your head. Accumulators are necessary and good for restoration and rejuvenation of all energies for living organisms. To reset or to set. To reset or to set. Restoring restoring rare attributes, or restoring new attributes, or restoring the old attributes. That's all it does. So it just resets your DNA back to how it was like when you entered this world as a baby. Just like sprouts are perfect when they enter the world, then the rest of the plant, it looks amazing and everything, but genetics aren't as good as how they were when they're sprouts. That's why when you eat sprouts, they're more nutritious for you. And that's why reptilians eat, babies and all that stuff. So it's like, it all makes sense, like when you think about it. So you want to restore your body to how you were when you were like a sprout, when you first entered, because we've already degraded. And basically that's it. So that's all for now. Peace, everyone. Get to making some of these, and if you got any questions, let me know. Peace, love, light.